Hi friends, it's Sajid and today I'm going to be doing the Ruler of Books tag. Now, a quick fun fact about this video before I get started. I actually filmed it like 3 times before I got the right footage, edited it, uploaded it, and I was in the process of captioning it when I realized that I hated it, so I scrapped it. Right now I'm feeling kind of shitty about that because I spent a long time editing it, so let me know in the comments down below if you've been in this position before so I don't feel like alone right now. Anyways, this tag was created by Ariel Bissett and I will have a link to birds. This tag was created by Ariel Bissett and I will have a link to her original video down below for you to check out. The concept of this tag is really cool, in which you, the average booktuber, are now the ruler of books, where you get to make all the decisions and rules regarding book-ish things. You'll understand as we get on with the tag. Anyways, the whole thing goes a little something like this. If you were the ruler of books, ... what book would you make everyone read? For this one only, I decided to go with 2 books because I genuinely couldn't decide. Wow, I'm already abusing my power as ruler. The first of which would have to be Where'd You Go, Bernadette by Maria Semple. This book is mysterious, it's humorous, it's funny, and I think it's something that everybody would enjoy and appreciate. The second book would have to be Brown Girl Dreaming by Jacqueline Woodson. This one is a childhood memoir told entirely in a series of vignette-styled poems. I feel like poetry and memoirs are 2 things that really complement each other, but at the same time they are 2 things that we don't really see thrown around on BookTube as often as they should be. But I think everyone should read this book because it's simple, it's easy to get through, and it's important. What would you abolish in book construction? So basically this question is asking you about the physical aspects of some books that you don't like. There is nothing that really humbugs me to an extent where I hate it, but if there's one thing that I kind of dislike, it would have to be these edges. What is these edges? I like it because it's kind of fun to like fondle. That didn't sound right. But what I don't like about it is that when you're trying to flip through the pages, it flips at intervals rather than by pages, and that makes it really hard for you to find like the parts that you want to find. Yeah, so if I was the ruler of books, then this would definitely have to go. What author would you commission to write you any book? That would definitely have to be Roxane Gay, and I've only read one of her books, which is Bad Feminist. This is my go-to book whenever I'm feeling down or tired, or I'm struggling to read, or I need intellectual stimulation. I just pick it up, read a couple essays, and it cures all of those problems. I love the way she writes, I love the way she thinks, and the world needs more people like her. So if you have not yet read anything by her, definitely do. What book would you demote to the library basement to make room for other books? The phenomenon that is To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. I'm convinced that the thing that everyone loves about this book happens after page 200, because that's where I stopped. Now don't get me entirely wrong, I think the author did a good job in terms of her writing and in terms of weaving in a very well done family element into an otherwise angsty teenage romance story. But the main problem is this. You know when you're given a prompt for a creative writing essay, but you don't have enough time to plan it out, so you just wing it? I think that was the writing process behind that book. Because I felt as though as if the story had no direction, and any attempt made to drive the plot seemed very lazy and convenient. I guess I shouldn't really bash this book considering I DNF'd it big time, but I'm the ruler of books, so you can't question my decisions. What cover illustrator would you commission to paint a mural? I think that Adele Rodriguez, who is the illustrator for the 25th anniversary edition of The House on Mango Street by Sandra Cisneros, did a pretty solid job. I love how bold and bright and daring the colors are, and I think it does a good job at complementing the story inside. Yeah, but if you haven't read this book yet, definitely do so. What character's face would you put on a coin? I don't particularly believe in idolizing anyone, but if I had to choose, I would definitely go with Katniss Everdeen from the Hunger Games series by Suzanne Collins. I feel like her face deserves to be on a coin given everything that she went throughout the series, only to be treated the way that she was treated in the end. To put it into context, she was basically the catalyst for the revolution, obviously. She was then subsequently deceived, used, manipulated, exploited, and robbed of the one thing that was her driving force throughout the series, in an attempt to drive the same revolution. And then in the end they were like, well, thanks for everything, Katniss, now go procreate with Peter and frolic in a field of flowers with your babies. So I think after all of that she would deserve to be on a coin. If not, at least like a postage stamp or something, because I mean, to be honest, if I were the ruler of books, I would be on that coin.
I don't particularly believe in idolizing anyone.
I'm just kidding. What book would you give the Ruler of Books 2016 award to? Definitely without a doubt, The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making by Catherine M. Valenti. This is a middle grade fantasy sort of nonsense fairy tale type story that was absolutely brilliant. It was literally everything I needed and more. I think the author got up one day, went to her desk, and was like, I wonder what's everything Sajid needs and more. After which she subsequently deduced everything that I needed and more, put it all together, and produced this book. Highly recommend this, by the way. And that's it for the questions. For this tag, I'm going to tag Rachel Louise Atkins and Adriana from Perpetual Pages. In the comments down below, feel free to answer any of the questions in this tag, and if you've read any of the books that I talked about today, make sure and let me know what your thoughts were on them. Anyways, that's a wrap for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, and until next time, inshallah, keep reading.